Hey guys, this is Ross, kind of trying to get a video in before some crazy storm comes in, as you can see. And yeah, it's just very nice out here. It's pretty windy, it's warm. But I want to show you guys some of my apple grafts that I did, and maybe some of my other grafts that I put on, and maybe just talk about the varieties for a little bit. This is my Gold Rush, one of my Gold Rush apple trees. I think I have two. And I grafted Honeycrisp. And Honeycrisp is, I mean, many of you guys have tried Honeycrisp. You get it in the stores a lot for a good reason. It really is a tasty variety. I had an apple of Honeycrisp myself, and I was sold this year. I just had one that was so good I had to grow it myself. This here is my wine crisp tree, and I also grafted onto this blue Persimmon, another variety that's supposed to be very, very good. One of the lesser known luxury apples. That's that graft. All these are done by a cleft, by the way. Here's another graft here. This is McCown. It's a Macintosh type. Macintosh is my favorite apple. I love that flavor for some reason. I think I love the sweetness, and I love the mushier texture. I know some of you guys are probably thinking, ew, but McCown is supposed to be the best tasting of the Macintosh types. There's quite a bit of them. Here's another graft I did. You can see here, this one's taken off quite a bit. And it almost looks like the growth below is going to surpass this growth. And if that is going to happen, I'm actually going to take out that growth. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. This is my Enterprise tree, but this particular graft that I just showed you, this is Black Oxford. So this is a black, really dark colored apple. I think the skin may be even just as dark as Arkansas Black, so I'm excited for that. We also have State Fair that I grafted up here, another cleft graft, as you can see. Trying to get that to focus. There we go. Really beautiful trees, I have to say. Here's another graft that looks like it's just now coming through. This is what variety? Gravenstein, and Gravenstein is a really again, another luxury variety of apple that you don't hear much about. You know, you're not going to get these in the store, maybe a farmer's market of someone that's growing these. This is supposed to be a really, really good apple. Wow, I just got this really extreme gust of wind that was quite cold. You can see the clouds really are coming in now. This is insane. Clouds are moving very quickly. Let's get this in here, I guess. But here's another tree. This is my Red Delicious tree. Red Delicious is probably the worst apple in existence. I think a lot of you guys would agree. I got a Golden Russet graft, wonderful variety up here. Here's another graft we're looking at. This is, what variety is this? Sweet 16. This one's supposed to be it's a new apple. It's supposed to be a very good apple. Really excited for that one. Another graft down here, which is called Wine Kissed. Sorry for the finger, guys. I think Wine Kissed, if I'm not mistaken, is a red fleshed apple, and that's why I chose it. Then we have another one here called Tolman Sweet. This is a yellow apple, if I recall correctly, that's very sweet. And that's, woo, it's getting crazy out here, guys. But Tolman Sweet is one of those apples that is supposed to be very sweet, like I said, and I love sweet things. I'm not a huge fan of some things that are full sweet. You know, they have to have some acidity to them, but also I don't love things that are like too much acidity. I really love the sweetness. We have down here, on the other side of my yard, these are my some of my persimmons, and you can see that actually a couple of them, they look quite good. This one actually is flowering, so that's really cool. This must be an early flower variety. I think that's a Giro, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look down there at the tag. But we also did some persimmon grafting. They say persimmon grafting is quite difficult. I don't know why. So far, I think I'm 100% on the grafts. At least it looks like these buds will pop here. But maybe it's too early to say. Here's another graft. One of the grafts I did was Sajo. We have Great Wall and Tam Cam. This is Tam Cam here. The Sajo graft doesn't look too great. Things are really going nuts, guys. Things are getting crazy. We're gonna get rained on any second, I think. Bear with me in this wind. I don't even know if the mic is, you guys can hear me all that well, but this is another graft, the Sajo, that I think is probably taken. This growth down here is not good, but I'm afraid to take off this lower growth, to be honest with you. I'm not exactly sure what to do. I know persimmons are slightly different than figs. I know the apples I didn't have to take off the lower growth, so I'm a bit reluctant. Let me show you guys some fig varieties that I've grafted here that appear to be a nice success story. This one here is Borda Barraquer. Yeah, totally butchered that. This is a Montserrat Pons variety. Really excited for that. If you look up pictures, you can go to his website and look at pictures and really in detailed information on his figs. And it looks like an incredibly tasty fig. I know people in California that are growing it and have really reported good things about it. Here's another variety that looks like it's taken. This is Mare de Dieu, another Pons variety that two friends of mine are growing in cold regions. So a fig from Spain is actually doing quite well in colder regions. One in Michigan, and the other one in New York. This is Blavetta Campos here, another graft that's taken, another Pons variety. So I have 3 Pons varieties on the same tree. This one looks like it's about to take, this is De La Gloria, so a fourth variety of Pons figs. You can see the bud kind of look like it wants to pop. What else can I show you guys before I start getting rained on? This is Borgia Sote Grise. Borgia Sote Grise. I don't know. So here's the graft right here. Looking good. Borgia Sote Grise is one of the most underrated figs probably in existence, maybe. I think it's a really undervalued, underrated fig. It's a top tier fig, and it also does really well here. This is a fig called Rosolino here, another graft. Rosolino is an Italian variety, and in Italy it ripens quite early. I've heard someone that lives in Holland who actually, it doesn't ripen that early for them. So not all the time will you have a fig variety that ripens early in another place. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to ripen early here. The climates are quite different here, so we'll see what happens with this one. It's really getting windy out here, guys. Holy shit. That hammock is going insane. I think I need to go assist that in a second here before it blows away. Oh, there it goes. Wait. This is crazy. Holy moly. Alright, guys. Fearing for my life a little bit, but I'm not even sure if you guys can even hear what I'm saying with all this wind. This is my Fragola Nera tree. This is a variety from a guy in Italy. His name's Nicky. And Nicky has a whole shitload of varieties that he introduced and is trying to get in people's hands.